Well guys, I figured I'd do a little bit of an update on the first gen, figuring it's been quite a while. So I figured I'd give you an update where I'm at. Haven't made a ton of progress unfortunately, but I have made some. As you can see here, we got the frame entirely stripped down. There's not anything on it really. Pretty much empty. We're going to be sending it to Crystal Finishing. Actually, my frame, along with my brother, who has a second gen, he's pretty much doing the same thing too. So we're going to take both frames in. They're going to get sandblasted completely and then powder coated. Come out looking pretty much brand new. But here's what I did to the frame just this past week. It was rotted. There was a hole maybe right about there, and it's pretty pitted. So I cut this out. I actually used some of this. No mind the garage, it's a mess right now, mainly because of working on the frame. But I used some of this big angle. That way it already was one piece, and what I did was, I'll show you on the inside. So this was a spot that was bad. I cut that out, but then this bottom rail was bad from up there down to here. So I cut a chunk out of there. So I welded it, made it a little stronger, tied it in a little bit more. And then on these pieces and here, I cut it just on the inside. So I would have cut it like right along there. So I kept the bend in the frame, the factory bend, and everything but here, of course. And I believe it should make it a little bit stronger, plus cleaner looking, and the bend was fine. It wasn't pitted or rotted. So we used the Hobart 210 MVP. Not the worst looking welds. I think they should definitely work. These two, I unfortunately didn't think ahead, and there wasn't much of a groove on the top side, or on this side of these to weld in, so that's why they're kind of higher up. Couldn't really, you know, cut a nice groove in there like I wanted to with my 4.5 inch grinding wheel. Then just welded up there. Welded this side completely. What I did was I cut it in, cut a groove, well, beveled both sides pretty much, so it was a nice big groove. Laid it in there and then ground it flush. I mean, it would have helped to leave it on there probably for strength, but I wanted it to look nice on the outside. And then I ground down this on the piece of angle to somewhat match the factory. It's not perfect, but you're never gonna see this, you know, with the box and everything on it anyway. And if you were to peek your head underneath once this is all powder coated, you'd never notice the difference. So pretty happy with the way that turned out. I think it'll be plenty strong for everything I need to do. Welded up the crack. Not very pretty. Left a bunch of weld on there. I didn't want to grind it down here for strength, so it hopefully doesn't crack again. Like I said before, the box will be in the 2-wheel drive position with crossover steering, so hopefully it doesn't put as much stress right there. If need be, we'll make or get a bracket to go like that. But ground off the rivets here, push those out just because there's rubber bushings in there, and if you put it inside the oven they will melt. So got those out of there. Yeah, we get new ones pressed in and then just bolt it back onto the frame. So I think the frame's in pretty good shape. I'm pretty happy with it. It did have a hitch welded on here, which had to grind off. on both sides, but that's looking pretty good. So I think we're in good shape to send this frame in. I believe it'll be about 2 weeks before I get it back, so which is fine. Yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like. So that'll be it for this update. Thanks for watching, guys.